The people in charge aren't really thinking this through. Most of the time, trends start in the United States and they move north to Canada. But this time, the opposite could happen. Ezra Levant is the founder of Rebel News, one of the very few brave and independent media organizations in the nation of Canada, and we're honored to have him on tonight. Ezra, thanks so much for coming on. So it seems like the Trudeau government has so completely overreacted to what appears to be a thoroughly peaceful protest that my read as an outsider, a non-Canadian, is that they're very weak. If they're terrified of the truckers, you know, this is not a strong government.
Yeah, I mean, Trudeau calls them violent. His MPs say they're terrorists. But today in court, the most a judge would give them is that they're enthusiastic horn honkers, and they've asked the truckers to stop honking at night. That's it. There was an opinion poll that showed 32% of Canadians see themselves reflected in the truckers. In our multi-party system, that would make them the leading party if the truckers formed a political movement. I think Justin Trudeau is more scared that he lets on, because these are supposed to be his people. They're young, they're ethnically diverse, they're working class people, but they're not following the script that they normally do for him.
Can he stop this protest? I mean, do you think he can successfully shut it down from wherever he's in hiding right now?
Well, I mean, taking away the diesel fuel is a low blow. It's very cold in Ottawa, and most of these truckers are living in the little cab in their truck, so they need diesel fuel for heat. So by taking away their diesel fuel, as you showed, he's really freezing them out. And by the way, there's some families, there's even some kids. I don't know what legal justification they have. The diesel fuel is not illegal. Selling it, owning it, having it is not illegal. I think he's just sort of thinking, well, what are they going to do to me? You know, these police go in heavily armed, brandishing their arms, taking the diesel fuel, and so many of Canada's checks and balances have failed. There hasn't been a significant court ruling against the lockdowns, and Trudeau's sort of hoping that they'll be able to starve or freeze these truckers out. I don't think it's going to work, though. It's not just in Ottawa. There are trucker convoys in many other parts of the country, including hundreds that have blocked the Montana-Alberta border for over a week now. It's in the middle of the prairie, hundreds of huge trucks and agricultural equipment that can't be towed away. The Mounties tried to move that blockade. The burly truckers stood them down. So I think this problem's bigger than Trudeau knows how to solve, unless he goes full Castro on them.
Well, he's already going there. As far as I can tell, it's tyranny, and I hope they continue to resist. And Ezra, thank you for covering this fairly and honestly. You've really almost been unique in the entire country, so we appreciate it as Americans very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.